All right, let's go. We're gonna go screen share. We're gonna go share this. Yo, 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 what up, what up? I am hearing myself, and that is always a scary thing. Let me mute that. And howdy, Zentagon. Just decided to do this on a whim, because why the heck not? And by on a whim, I mean I planned this all from the beginning, and I didn't tell anyone. Just open my little candy. So how's it going? I just decided, why the heck not? This would be fun. This would be a good idea. So I did it. I'm doing all right. I had a pretty good day, if I do say so myself. It's late at night already. So yeah, but if you guys have anything to say, then feel free. I don't think it is sharing the screen, so let me fix that. Okay. Now is it doing it? Because, yo, Neko Rare, Ethereal 311, what's up? The memes, okay. Gate is a bad show, but the split screens in Gate are also bad. And, I don't know. I'm kind of short on memes tonight. I'm not fully juiced. I'm not fully juiced in the memeage. I'm just trying to figure out why screen share isn't, well, screen sharing. Wait, let me stop. And then let me screen share again. Should be sharing. I don't know why it isn't. But yeah, how y'all's doing? I hope y'all's are doing well. I'm doing pretty well. I just figured this would be a fun way to sort of inform you guys on how the channel's going, how I'm going, how everything's going here. Because my upload frequency has kind of gone to pot lately, I'll admit. And by gone to pot, I mean I barely upload at all. And hey, Ericonator, I believe that's how it's pronounced. Sorry about that. Sorry, this is rather inconvenient of a time. Who am I going to invite? I didn't invite anybody. This was something I kind of pulled together last minute. Hey, fam. Thanks for joining. But yeah, so I threw it together last minute because I figured, you know, I haven't really been putting together much content at all. Like, the next video I plan on uploading was from something I actually wrote 3 months ago. So that's a thing, but I figured this would just be a good way to update y'all on what I've been doing. So I've been watching some seasonal stuff. I've been watching some older stuff. I've been playing Osu. I've been not really writing much because I haven't really had much in terms of ideas that I really want to bring forth. Like, from the seasonals, I got a couple of ideas that maybe I was thinking of writing about. But I haven't really, like, opened Google Docs and, like, typed away or anything. Hey, Top Tino Tell. Actually, I made a bit of a mistake here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually share this on other places so that other people actually see it. I'm posting it. Yeah, I should post it on my actual Discord. That would be a good idea. Let me stop screen sharing for a second and close pop-out chat, because for some reason the pop-out chat isn't, well, screen sharing. But yeah, best score on Osu, I don't know. What you should do is, if you want to see all my scores on Osu, you should check out my Osu account. And if you should check it, and then you can see what like beat maps I've played and how good I am, because I'm not very good. All right, so yeah, howdy, Mr. Nice Guy. Howdy, Blast Processing. And thanks, Bio Gundam, for the birthday wishes. Thoughts on the King's Avatar? I haven't seen any of it. Don't know anything about it other than it's Chinese. So, yeah, I have no thoughts on it. Sorry. What cake am I eating? I didn't eat any cake. I had my Japanese meal. And thanks, Rika, for the birthday wishes. I greatly appreciate it. And why on earth is this thing not screen sharing? I don't understand. It says you are screen sharing. This is going to annoy me. All right, hold on. Let me try something else here. Maybe if I... Because it's weird. It should be sharing, but it ain't. All right, now it's sharing. And I see that it's sharing. This is insane. Whoa. All right. So I can screen share my entire screen, but for some reason I can't screen share specific tabs. Which is just weird to me. Like, you'd think I'd be able to screen share specific tabs. So here's what I'm going to do. And culturally appropriating the Nihonjins. I don't recall ever doing such a thing. Yeah, I'm just going to have to do this like that. What am I eating? I'm eating like this candy or whatever. I don't know what it's called. I can't read it. But like, yeah, it's pretty good. It's like, I think it's, I don't actually know what kind of candy it is. It's like this, I think it's, I don't know. I don't know what candy it is. It's greenish, like this greenish candy, and it's very good. And least favorite Bones show. This is a good question, because most of my least favorite Bones properties are movies. Like I've been heavily against the Escaflowne movie for like I want to say 3 years. 3 years now. I've been very vehemently against the Escaflowne movie, and I came to the conclusion just the other day that the movie itself isn't that bad. I was exaggerating it a bit because I liked the show that much when I first, I really liked the show when I watched it back in 2014. So then when I saw the movie and it was so different from the show, I was like, what? This is so bad. Nowadays, I still think it's pretty bad, but I think I exaggerated and sort of detracted from some of its more appealing qualities. Because it does have some memorable moments and some solid fight direction, too. Like, I've grown to kind of dislike the whole argument of like, oh, this is good, but it isn't blank. Because to me, good is good. Like when, like in that context, I'd apply that to Escaflowne, and I'd be like, Vaughn cutting off all the monsters' heads. That's a good action scene, but it's not Escaflowne. When the whole point was that it was trying something different with the Escaflowne storyline and trying to make it darker and grittier. So when I say, oh, that's not Escaflowne, I mean, does it matter if it's still good? I really don't think so, and I've actually grown to really dislike that argument. I haven't seen Eureka 7 Astral Ocean, so I can't comment. And hey, Prideful Master, nice to see you. And yeah, I'd agree. Escaflowne movie, I'd say, is my least favorite Bones property. Because ultimately, like, it just feels. I think my opinions on the movie as a whole still stand. I just think I was a little too hard on it. Like, there are redeeming qualities to it, but it just feels ultimately very shallow in comparison to the TV series, and just not worth anyone's time. But in terms of other, like, Bones properties I'm not too fond of, the first two Tao no Quan films aren't very good, especially the second one. Like, the second one is very dumb. I kind of had fun with them, and I was impressed with Tao no Quan in that the films after the second one end up actually improving, which rather impressed me. Because I was actually expecting after 2 that it'd keep getting worse. Because 2, like, the main antagonist in the second Tao no Quan film, pretty much the whole deal is he's like obsessed with flowers for some reason. And I forget, it was like going for this really sappy flower metaphor. And it was like, yeah, the demon plants, and it was just like really like overblown and silly. And I kind of enjoyed it for that regard because I found it kind of humorous. But that movie just wasn't, like, the villain in that film was pretty lame. The rest of the conflicts in that movie were okay, but the demon plants were a bit much. Also, in terms of myself versus Lachlan, quite frankly, Lachlan and I'd consider him a good friend of mine. We've chatted many times in the past, and I believe we'll continue to chat in the future. So I've got nothing against the guy. And in terms of Astral Ocean, to me that just sounds like a really bad idea for an Eureka 7 continuation. To me, making an initially, like, emotionally driven show and then taking it and adding all this political stuff, to me just sounds like a really odd choice to take for Eureka 7. And it just sounds like kind of a mess. Actually, I quite enjoy Conqueror of Shambhala. I think it's an interesting little idea. I didn't care much for the ending because I felt like the entire movie, like, there are always these little bits and pieces where I feel like, you know, that's really cool. Like, that's really cool. And you can really tell they were trying to bring to life something special. And I think they just missed the mark, but they don't fail so hard that it stops being interesting or I stop caring, if that makes any sense. And in the case of, and the big, I think the big selling point for Conqueror of Shambhala is, at least it isn't Sacred Star of Milos, because, like, Sacred Star of Milos is like the most bland milquetoast idea that Full Metal Alchemist has ever had and ever will have, if you ask me. Like, because it's just such an uninteresting take on, like, the Full Metal Alchemist story. And, like, I appreciate the experimental animation choices in a Sacred Star of Milos, but everything else just isn't experimental at all. Like, it very much, it kind of sticks to the formula to the point where it's like cereal brand, if you will. But yeah, I actually like the choice of making Maze Hughes a Nazi in Shambhala. I think that's a nice little parallel, and that it showcases like worlds, and with that the two differing personas that the like this same figure carries. I think that was actually quite interesting. Um, but yeah, to that thanks the Varamur for I believe that's how you pronounce it, and if not, I'm terrible. Um, thanks on congratulating me. I appreciate it. No, Milos actually has some interesting cuts. It's a visually it's an interesting looking film. I I'm not sure. Like, I ultimately think I rather would have preferred. I would have preferred had they just made it visually look like Brotherhood did. I think Brotherhood visually looked fine. But I think that by having the visuals in Milos look the way they do, it's the most interesting part of the film, because if they were to have just the Brotherhood visuals, it would have felt like a cookie cutter shonen movie completely. Whereas there's still like this element of experimentation in the movie, even if the story is just very vanilla. Um, anyhow, yeah. What are my thoughts on Attack on Titan Season 2? I have not seen a single episode of it, interestingly enough. So I don't have any thoughts. I'd assume I'd have similar opinions to what I thought of the first show. Was that, and my opinions on the first show were that I really couldn't get into it all too much. I didn't really find myself invested in it. Um, but I don't know. Maybe my opinion would change with season 2, because I hear that like sort of the direction season 2 goes in versus season 1. Like, a lot of people who weren't too keen on season 1 are a bit more keen on season 2, and not so much for the writing quality, but more so in terms of entertainment value. Um, so maybe my opinion will change, but I don't know. Yes, Aka 13. Aka 13 was pretty cool. I had fun with it. I liked the sort of differing worlds and how there's, because Aka 13, the interesting thing about that show is that it made me acknowledge sort of the fact that anime, because you don't really think about it nowadays, that anime in fact can have stories that take place in actual fictional worlds. Because a lot of anime that comes out nowadays, it's either set in Japan or it's an isekai story where it's originally set in our world and then they're transported to another one. So having Aka, where it takes place all in this like fictional universe, is strange. Like, is strangely kind of unheard of, which is weird to say, but like it very much, the world building is what made it catch my attention and sort of made me realize this. Um, anyhow, let me continue. So yeah, Aka's pretty cool. It's a shame they couldn't keep up the animation quality, because sometimes that show looked like Chronexia and the Eight Seals. I'm not gonna lie. Oh yes, 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 yes. Recreators, best anime of the season, best anime of the decade, modern day classic. Jeff was right. I should delete my video. Jeff was right. Um, all right. Have I seen Raw Zephon? No, I have not. I have not seen a single episode, minute, or second of Raw Zephon. And I have actually been met with some pretty harsh criticisms for having not seen Raw Zephon, because it's like, oh, you're the Bones guy. How come you haven't seen Raw Zephon? But I have not seen Raw Zephon. Yeah, that's just kind of how it is. Maybe one day. There are certain shows I hold off on because I know watching every single good show, because I know that I'm gonna run out, and when I do, what will I be left with? And it's kind of a silly thing, and I know it's silly because rewatch value on a lot of things is very high. Like, I don't need to have never seen like shows to still like enjoy a lot and get more out of stuff. I hope like I hope people understand what I mean when I say that. Dropped season 1 of Attack on Titan. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't fond of Attack on Titan. Found it kind of dull. And I really didn't like how the show was paced. Kind of like big explosive event, 2 episodes awaiting. Big explosive event, 2 episodes. Not exactly 2 episodes. It could be like an episode half or whatever. But like too much downtime. And it's interesting because Wit Studio, and I believe I'm the only one that noticed this, but Wit Studio utilized pretty much the same formula for Rolling Girls, where it has this explosive beginning, then it has downtime, then it goes explosive again, then it has downtime. Like, it was the same format. Anyhow, thoughts on fidget spinners? Fidget spinners, I don't really care about them. They don't do anything for me. Personally, I just like having, if I'm going to be like playing around with something in my hands while I'm like on the computer or something to distract me, and don't take that out of context, please. I'm probably just going to like do what I'm doing now and just like take something off my desk. I have a few pens here. I have a few like I have this flashlight that I've been like flashing around my wall just as a means to kind of have something to keep my hands preoccupied while I'm like talking, because I can't move the screen because the way I'm screen sharing. So yeah. All right. Howdy, Jose Carlos Padilla. What up, fam? Yeah, no, Aka's really cool. Natsume Ono is an interesting writer. And I always feel like Aka at first kind of got a bad rap because people were seeing Shingo Natsume's name and they were all like, oh my gosh, man, it's just gonna be like One Punch Man. And then they see the first episode and it's nothing like One Punch Man. And it's like, oh. And that's because they weren't familiar with the name Natsume Ono. And then at first I thought it was just my own preconception saying this. And I should probably take Skype out of here so that I don't constantly get message showing up of who's online. But no, like the deal with Aka is that a lot of people were expecting another like huge Sakuga show from Natsume, and then they didn't realize the other Natsume. They only knew one of the Natsumes, and at first I thought I was just making this up. But then I actually saw comments where people were like, "What? This isn't like One Punch Man." And I was like, "Wow, this actually happened. I wasn't making stuff up." Okay. All right. Okay, I'm losing my place here. All right. Recreators. Yeah, Recreators is the best anime ever. After Recreators, everybody should just stop trying because perfection has been reached. You know, they could have stopped with Gintama, but when they got to Recreators, man. Okay. Have I played a Persona game? I have, kind of. I've watched people play a Persona game in my house, and I watched them play for pretty much to the end of the game. So I guess that counts. Like, I don't know any of them. I don't really understand too much about the gameplay mechanics, but I'm pretty much familiar with the overall story and, like, kind of how the gameplay is. Like, I haven't played the game myself, but I know. So I guess, yeah, I haven't actually physically played a Persona game. I do own Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne, actually, but I never opened it. So yeah, I guess I haven't played a Persona game, but I'm familiar with the story of Persona 4. I watched someone play the game all the way through. I watched Persona 4 the animation. I watched Persona 4, the animation, No One Is Alone, but I have not seen Persona 4 the Golden, the animation, which I hear is just like practically 12 episodes of an OVA special in TV anime format. So I don't think I missed out on too much, but Graph Anime Plus annoys me, so I probably would end up watching the whole thing anyway. And thanks, the Otaku Chic. I don't think I'm in the big leagues, but I like my note. I'm satisfied with the numbers I have. Yeah, no, Full Metal Alchemist does, but I was referring to more recent works, which is why I mentioned like recent, because like I'm thinking of stuff like even stuff that's like, yeah, because like even something like Izetta the Last Witch is kind of more so grounded in our own world. It like Akka itself, like it is its own fictional universe, but it has no sort of it has no connection to our own universe, which is what sort of divorces itself from like isekai stories, and that was my point. All right, yeah, I know Razafon is good. Yeah, no, Zeph was the one who was all like, dude, how come you haven't seen Razafon yet? You're the Bones guy. And I was like, yeah. Hey, Retro Chocolate. Oh, come on. Don't make fun of otaku. Akka for its commentary on the real world through its own fictionalized version of it. Yeah, no, that's pretty. It was a pretty clever show. I enjoyed it. The ending, I was a bit surprised by the ending. I won't spoil it though, so I'll just say I was a bit surprised. The thing with Evangelion is that it spawned a lot of shows people say are similar to it. But I always find that most of the Evangelion comparisons are kind of just based upon like either it's trippy or like it has mecha battles in it, but it's also, it also has social commentary, and it's like, are these really that similar to Evangelion other than the fact that they're post Evangelion? Like, people always throw the comparison of Evangelion to Gasaraki, and I'll be honest, I really don't see it. Like, I don't see, like, I guess they're kind of similar, but I wouldn't compare the two. I'd compare Gasaraki more in the vein of Ryosuke Takahashi's other works. And like it's very obviously a post Eva show, but I wouldn't call it like an Evangelion knockoff, and I sure as heck wouldn't call Neo Ranga an Evangelion knockoff by any means. And like I can see definitely more parallels in something like Fafner, where like because it's interesting because the dub of Fafner in the Blue Sky actually made a nod to Evangelion when they first encounter the character of Kanon, who's like this hot-blooded, red-headed Irish girl. She's not really hot-blooded. She is more so intense. And when they first meet her, the main character, Kazuki, actually asks her if she is German, which is supposed to be, I believe is supposed to be an Evangelion nod. Anyhow, I've gone on a bit too long about that. Point being, I feel like most of these sort of Evangelion knockoff comparisons are like they're a bit of a stretch. Okay. All right. Let me scroll up. All right. Rolling Girls was a huge disappointment. Yes, it was. It was quite bad. I did not enjoy it. In fact, oh man, every week, like Rolling Girls became kind of nap time for me because it was very hard staying awake trying to watch it, and it was just very boring. What do you think the Bones next original project will be? I'm pretty sure the next Bones original project will be that that mecha series from the Eureka 7 director Kyoto. I'm pretty sure that's what it's going to be, because Kyoto had announced a while back that he was going to be making a mecha show, and then there was also those ads a while back for because Bones were saying Bones were saying that they had an original anime planned, and then there was all that news about how they were hiring more 3D animators, and I don't believe it's for like I don't believe it's for the mecha, but because Bones's 3D staff is like 4 or 5 people, but like the implication seems to be that it's going to be the mecha show from Kyoto. And there was also a while back when Full Metal Panic got announced. Before they announced that it was by Xebec, there were rumors that it'd be directed by Kyoto over at Bones, and that was the project he was directing. But I think it's the original project. And there have also been rumors that have been surfacing about Rie Matsumoto directing an original project over at Bones. I don't know how true that is, but I'm betting that it's the I'm betting the next Bones original show will be the Kyoto work. I'm thinking that's what it's gonna be. I know they had a mecha series planned, and all I was hoping was no Igarashi and Enokido, for the love of God. They don't need that reputation again. I don't. I like. It doesn't even matter if I enjoy the shows. They really don't need that reputation. But yeah, I don't really care about fidget spinners. My birthday so far has been pretty good. It's almost over. It's going to end in like an hour. I went out, I ate, I had fun. Yeah, it was cool. Yeah, Natsume Ono did indeed do House of Five Leaves. Also did Ristorante Paradiso. How old am I? I'm 13, of course. No, don't lie. I am 13. What are you talking about? Who's kidding about Recreators? Recreators is great. I mean, have you seen any other show tackle fiction like Recreators has? I don't think you have. I mean, when it comes down to it, like, have you met a character like Mamika? Have you met a character that's simple on purpose to fit within the narrative of the show she's a part of, and then showing how that simplification becomes more complex when exposed to our own world? I don't think so. And that's why Recreators is indeed a modern classic. Jeff was right. Nocturne is terrible. I've always heard good things about Nocturne. Persona 4, the animation was pretty enjoyable. I liked it. I was familiar with the game, so I had fun with the anime. Didn't Seiji Kishi do the Persona 4, the animation too? I thought he did. If not, I'd be surprised. And I don't really have anything particularly against Seiji Kishi. I think his directing can actually be quite interesting when he wants it to be. I think that a lot of these adaptations he's forced to do kind of are holding him back in a way. Because I actually think he does do some interesting things with his directing, and it was noticeable a bit in Aura, and that's kind of why I like that movie a lot, because for a Seiji Kishi project, there's actually quite a few interesting directing techniques in it, and interesting uses of color, and sort of comparing the dark and drab setting of the school with the more bright, fantastical setting, and it's kind of interestingly utilized in that. And I actually wrote, funnily enough, I always bring this up when people are saying Aura is a bad movie, because I'm like, you can't call it a bad movie if I wrote an essay on it and I got a B+. It's not a good argument. I'm just saying, just saying that I wrote a positive paper on Aura and got a pretty darn good grade. So yeah, and Tsukigakure, or or As the Moon So Beautiful. That show's by Kishi, and it's fantastically directed. There's a lot of interesting little motifs, and sort of a interesting like symbolism. It's very good. Izetta was good. Izetta was to me it was a little too it was a little too silly. No. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that it's you're missing what I'm saying here. I'm not saying what I'm saying is that it's not literally New York. It's not literally Australia. It's not literally Japan. Like the thing with Izetta the Last Witch is that the way the map is laid out, it's literally those places. Like if you're talking like Code Geass, for example, Britannia is literally pretty much Britain. Like the map is the same. Like the universe is pretty much our universe, but like the names are just different. Like physically, Akka is a different like a the world in Akka is physically different. Like that the map is different. Like how the world looks in Akka is different. That's what I mean. Anyhow, I can't make fun of otaku because I am one. And hey, core reviews. Didn't enjoy it as much as it went on. I don't remember what show. Gundam did the same exact thing 15 years earlier. Yeah, Evangelion did have more interesting characters than Gasaraki, but I think we've already had this discussion on Gasaraki's characters to some extent, maybe? Oh, gosh darn it, I have not watched Godzilla Resurgence. So no, I can't say I've watched the best movie ever. Watching Roger is better than your health. I don't think so. Eureka 7, yeah, it's interesting you mentioned that because I recall getting into quite a big little Twitter scuffle with someone I know over over like Eureka 7 because the person was saying like Eureka 7 is a bad Evangelion fan fiction and you know Dominic is just a self-insert and I'm like wow this argument is absolutely preposterous. It's silly, it's wrong. And sort of like he was saying stuff like Holland is just a parallel to Gendo. He was saying that Eureka was Rei, and the fact that Eureka was a mother was actually a reference to Rei being being the metaphorical. Well, no, being Shinji's. I don't want to spoil. But you should have seen Evangelion by now. But if you haven't, it's fine. Because I remember when Mr. Nice Guy and Under the Scope spoiled the ending to Clanad, and I was in that live stream and I was listening, and I still haven't seen Clanad, and they were all like, you know, you should have seen Clanad by now, and it's like, what? No, don't do that to me. Don't be like that. But no, point being, he was saying that Eureka was the mother because of that. But I'm like, no. Eureka was the mother, and that's supposed to be like Frau Bo from Gundam 0079. I mean, even the children in even Eureka's quote unquote children, physically they look like they have the same exact hair colors as the kids from the original Mobile Suit Gundam. So yeah, it takes way more from Gundam than Evangelion. Eromanga Sensei, great show or the greatest show? It's the show I haven't seen. Oni I don't know anything about that. Okay. Overrating Nocturne? Oh, okay. I did watch Nia Under 7. This is true. This is true. It was okay. I felt like ultimately the show had quite a bit of heart and charm to it. Certainly. But in terms of like humor style, it really wasn't my thing. I feel like the humor was a bit too obnoxious for my tastes. The video game episode was hilarious for the most part, but like I don't know, there's only so many times you can hear Nia like complain about how hungry she is, and like it just felt like a little too obnoxious in that regard. And it's the same thing with like the Indian guy, you know, him making the same exact jokes. It was kind of repetitive, and the jokes that repeated were always kind of the weakest jokes in my opinion, because they never repeated the stuff that actually made me laugh. They'd always repeat like the dumb stuff. So that's kind of where I stand on Nia Under 7. I thought it was, the cast was pretty well rounded. I liked the main lead, and I liked how they showcased her, you know, sort of her trying to make it just live by the day, and sort of her troubles with her finances, her troubles with sort of her own confidence too, feeling sort of how she reacts in that kind of social setting. Because one of the most poignant portions of the series, if you will, is when she sort of doesn't go on the group date. And to me, that was like a really nice, heartwarming moment in the series. Yeah, Nia Under 7, it was okay. Roger, more like good taste Dodger. Well, at least I know how to spell the name. There's no D. Hey, Sugoi Chappie, what's up? I should really invite someone to the stream. Why? Am I too boring for you? Am I too boring? Come on. All right. Yeah, Tsukigakure is quite good. I quite like it. Yeah, Izetta is kind of silly. There's a lot of like silly fan service scenes, silly fan service shenanigans, and there's like a huge amount of plot convenience. Like, my gosh, that one scene where the dude like finds the photo in like the river was just like the biggest string of conveniences I had seen in a show that season. It was pretty funny. Invite, pause, and select. I don't think Joe is on now. I think he's at a movie. Otherwise, I would. Also, thanks, Sam Watches Anime. I'm quite fond of your stuff. And I'm glad you decided to sub. And thanks for the birthday wishes. Yeah, Dominic was a self-insert. That's what he said. Do I play Touhou? No, in fact, I had only actually heard of Touhou recently, because initially I thought that Touhou was a reference to Toho Animation, which is a company that does something completely different. So I was like, are those two the same thing? And then I immediately learned that they were not the same thing, because I was never really a part of that side of the community that was really invested in Touhou. So I didn't really hear about it, as I've said, till like I heard about it last year sometime, and that's when I found out about it. Notice, yeah, bad sound design. I hate to throw shade, but I hate to throw shade at one of my favorite movies, but I gotta say, the sound design in Barefoot Gen, not so good. Sound effects, they sound pretty bad. I don't know how to really criticize sound besides that, but like, just the sound effects in that movie are ear-bleedingly terrible. Iron-Blooded Orphans, I never really noticed any problems with the music and or like the sound in general in Iron-Blooded Orphans, mostly because I was too busy falling asleep. Zeta Gundam, I don't think Zeta Gundam is that good. Kotz is a terrible character. I was setting myself up for that one. Yeah, I don't think Joe is on. I don't think Pause is on. I'm pretty sure he went to a movie tonight. So yeah, I can't say, I don't think oh wait, he's playing Civ? Really? I thought he wasn't gonna play Civ tonight because he went out. Huh, interesting. Favorite anime YouTubers that aren't my friends. Well, this is going to be hard because, as you know, as our anime so eloquently stated, the only anime YouTubers I've ever promoted or helped are my friends, you know. So I don't know. I don't know how. I don't know how I'm going to be able to have. All I ever seem to watch are my friends. But yeah, I don't know. Whatever. I don't know. I feel like any favorite anime YouTuber question always seems to sort of put me. Oh, all right, fine. I'll stop dancing around the question. It's Mr. Anime. We all knew it was coming. We all saw it coming. Mr. Anime is my favorite YouTuber. In fact, I should have. I'm so upset that I never got this opportunity. Because I wanted to do like a pedantic style video. Like he had the Super Eye Patch. Why Super Eye Patch Wolf is my favorite YouTuber. I should have done one like why Mr. Anime is my favorite YouTuber and be like Mr. Anime is the best anime YouTuber. And you know this because in a video, Giga himself said that he would not be where he is today if it were not for Senor Anime. So yeah. Yeah, I found Iron-Blooded Orphans to be unbelievably boring. Just very slow-moving without any sense of, like, actual atmosphere or tone. It was just dull. Try to get Snob on. Is Snob even awake? I'm not even sure if he's on at this hour. I'll be honest. I have nothing against Snob. He thinks I'm a good analyst, so, I can't hate the guy. Oh, you couldn't stand the characters in Nia Under 7 core? Or are we talking about Iron-Blooded Orphans? See, this is the problem when I'm not actually listening to the stream as I'm saying it. But if I listen to the stream, then I'll start to go insane because I'll be hearing my like voice a few seconds after like saying a word, and it'll just be weird. But yeah, hold on. I'm gonna stop sharing for a second, and we'll see if I can fix the problem again. If not, I'll do something else. But you guys wanted me to start inviting people. Let's see if I can do that. And by invite people, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, I didn't watch season 2 of Iron-Blooded Orphans. I didn't watch it. Otherwise, I would have a stronger opinion. Yeah, it seems like I can't share individual things, and I don't know why I can't do that. But it's whatever. Anyhow, let's see if I can invite some people in here. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Try to get chibi reviews. Try to get chibi reviews on here. All right, invite everyone on the chat. You know what? The people who were starting trouble here last time weren't starting trouble. Let's do that. I've got nothing left to lose here. Do people really want me to post the chat? Post the hangouts in the chat? Because I might just do that. I think it might actually be kind of fun. But hold on, let's make sure I don't have any unsavory tabs open. Don't want to get exposed. It's the last thing I need right now. Try getting Mr. Battlestar. Oh, goodness, no. Okay. All right, so the idea of me posting the Google Hangouts link in the chat. Who's for that idea? And nah, I don't really watch much, and I don't really watch much hentai. I find the quality on it to be kind of poor. Most of them aren't very well drawn or well animated. Kind of a waste. And hey, it's my man Juju. He reviews like no one else. Well, actually, what I was thinking of doing was like playing something or something. So hold on. Let's turn on stop sharing, and let's turn on the application window. Let's clear my RAM for a second because it's always something I need to do. And let's share my entire screen. Whoa, this is insane. Okay, that's my server. Let's go on Akinator, and let's see if I can do the most egotistical thing imaginable. Let's see if I can guess myself on Akinator. All right, so my age is 99. All right, make sure that we're sharing this. We are. Okay. Is your character a famous YouTuber? Why, of course. He is very famous. No. Is your character a gamer? I don't play games. Is your character on Team 10? I don't know what that is. Does your character live with their brother? This character does not have one, so no. Is your character on Disney Channel? One could say not. All right. Famous on Vine? Vine is dead. Is your character married? No. Is character older than 18? I don't know. Is a character human? Yes. Is a character white? Yes. An animator? Technically, yes. Have hooves? No. Work for Subway? No. Linked with the color blue? One could say Blue from Wolf's Rain, the character, one could say. So, I don't know. Play Gary's Mod? No, he does not. Ever been to jail? No. Black hair? No. Live in Danville? No. Make any animations? No. From SML movies? Flamethrower? No. Sakura series? No. Is a character real? Yes. Yes. No, I am not Fred Figglehorn. Let's go. All right. Appear in the title? No. Create music? No. Often wear a fox hat? No. Play Dead by Daylight? No, I ain't playing that game. All right. Connected with Musical.ly? No. Run a gaming channel? No. Located in California? No. American? Yes. Own a car? No. Have a driver's license? No. Former Disney star? No. Part of a group of 7 persons? No. Have a sister? Yes. Have a younger sister? No. Character a saint? Probably. Is your character's phrase best in the world? No. Is your character a teenager? I don't know. Character ride horses? No. Live in Florida? No. Probably not. He probably doesn't know me. Character from YouTube? Yes. Older than 17? I don't know. Character human being? Yes. Do reaction videos? No. Older than 20? No. No, not a friend. Come on. Come on. Character a girl? No. Linked with the hippie movement? No. Chubby? No. Blonde? No. Have a gaming channel? This is like the 4th time you've asked this. No. Have an older sister? Yes. Wear glasses? No. Have numbers in their name? Yes. Skilled dancer? No. Still go to school? Technically, no. Have a dog? No. High school student? No. An adult man? No. Less than 15 years old? Don't know. Related to candy? No. Associated with comedy? One could argue, but no. A YouTuber? Yes. Popular on Musical.ly? You already asked this. No, no, no. Probably. Fat? No. Have an older brother? No. Youngest in their family? Yes. No. In a relationship? No. Go to school? Technically, no. Have a cell phone? Yes. Have something to do with wheels? No. Nope. Well, they didn't guess it. Let's bust it out. Roger Smith, 2004. Yes! Yes! You have lost! So, I guess I'm not that popular yet. So, yeah. Anyhow, let's read over the chat. Hey, it's KYDB. And how many subs do you need to have to be considered famous? As many as Roger Smith did when he started becoming famous. If you don't know, well, the thing is, you need to specifically pretend that the person you're guessing is not you, because otherwise, then Akinator will automatically guess yourself, and you don't want that. Oh, yeah, I am Fred Ficklehorn. It is true. Mario. No, actually, the thing is, you mentioned that someone actually added you. The someone is actually me. You see, what I did one time was I thought it'd be kind of fun if I added myself on Akinator and I started spamming the system multiple times so that I'd get popular enough on Akinator to be guessed, right? And it half worked. But it obviously didn't work enough now. Let's try one more time. We're gonna do one more try at me guessing and seeing if it picks me up this time. Who knows? Maybe it will. We'll find out. Gamer, no. Girl, no. YouTuber, yes. Team 10, I don't know what that is. Famous on Vine, Vine is dead, no. Telling your parents, yes. Own a car, no. Attend middle school, no. Manchester United, definitely not. PvP, nah, he ain't good. Yes. Spiked hair, no. Have a diamond play button? Oh, yeah, no. From Futurama, yes, definitely. Connected to a door, no. Is my wife famous? No. Great music? A star. Yeah, I'm a star. Have a younger sister? No. My gosh, this is loading really slow. Definitely not. No. Nope. No, my favorite color is not green. Nothing to do with wheels. Did not live in Florida. Do not have an Ultima werewolf. Nope. I'm not Rocco Piazza. Have a cell phone? Yes, I do. Musically, no. Have a dog? No. An accountant? No. Wear a diaper? No. No. Yes. I am not on the TV series Community. Oh, remember when I was on the TV series Community? Those were great times. One of a pair? No. Grow flowers? No. Black? No. Older than 18? I don't know. Have British origins? No. Have glasses? No. Have a son named Michael? No. On an album cover? No. From the past? No. Have a monster side? No. A tight end? No. Yes. He is technically an animator. Yes. No. 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 Yes! I made it! I did it! It only took me a certain amount of time, but I did it. I made it. I'm famous. I still haven't gotten that image uploaded. I tried uploading an image. They didn't approve it yet, but I still made it. Woo! Character played 10 times. 10 times. Going for a record right now. And I didn't actually need to work hard at all to get there. And that is the moral of the story, guys. You gotta rig Akinator to pretend that you're some world-famous E-celeb. When in reality, you got nothing on Scooby-Doo. But yeah. Anyhow. I just dropped something. I dropped my flashlight. No, I have the art uploaded. The problem is when you submit something to Akinator, right? You have an option to add the image, right? But the problem is when you add the image, you need to wait until they approve the image, and it can take them forever just to approve the image. But man, find some artists. I don't know any artists to make avatars for me. Not to mention, I kind of like where I like my avatar. I've sort of built. I've had the same avatar since I've made this account, and I think it's the most fitting brand I could ever possibly have. That's my belief. Who's on top today? Well, back off, Simon Cowell, because there's a new Smith in town, and he's ready to take you out. You've heard it here, folks. But yeah. Talk about snob. Wait, I'm not from Futurama. I thought that was pretty shocking. Anyhow, nothing important. What are my thoughts on Mappa Studio and the recent announcement that they will be adapting Urasawa's Pluto? It's actually quite interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing what they'll do with the material. And I'm glad that a manga that a lot of people like is, getting adapted, People, they're happy. They're looking forward to it. And that's good on them. And from what I know, I'm pretty sure it's a Mappa M2 collab. That's what it seems to be to me, because it was announced M2 in one place, it was announced Mappa in another. I think it's both. 20th Century Boys is too long, though. Like, there's no way. Like, even... Like, honestly... You have to understand that, like, Monster already, for its time period, 74 episodes. That's a lot of episodes. Even back then, when it came out, like, most shows did not go past 50. So, like, when Monster got 74, that was a pretty big deal. Nowadays, we're living in an era where anime are shorter and shorter, and unless they're, like, kids shows, then they're long, but if not, like, you're lucky if it gets 2 cours. It'd be weird to me to see 20th Century Boys be like be adapted, unless they use the similar format to Pluto. But the thing is, Pluto is already kind of like the format it's utilizing is already kind of weird, and certainly not what I'm used to. Wherein the as far as I know, the format of Pluto is going to be like each individual episode is going to be an adaptation of each volume. So like one volume is going to be this episode, the next volume be that episode, and it'll be as long as it needs to be, presumably. And I'm not sure if that format would necessarily work with 20th Century Boys. It seems kind of like a bit too long for that, because yeah, even with like Hellsing Ultimate, it was only 10 OVAs. 20th Century Boys, that's like double that, over double that. So for me, I don't know. I don't know how they'd get away with it. I don't know how they're gonna get away with it. So yeah. Whoa, that is insane. All right. Let me do Cleverbot, and let's see. All right. Have you watched Roger Smith 2004's channel? He makes great videos. Not music, dummy. Videos. Get out of here. I'm talking about Roger Smith, not yo musicians. Well, then I'm gonna leave because you ain't talking about my boy Roger Smith. All right, but yeah, this is a bit of a mess, but I'm having fun with it, so I'll do what I want. Slowly unfolding an A4 paper that was folded 8 times. That's an interesting way to describe 20th Century Boys, and that's the first I've ever heard it, or read it for that matter, described that way. Yeah, no, man, Cleverbot is just like, dude, I used to, like a few years ago, it was Akinator, it was Cleverbot, I'd go on both, and I'd go on both like extensively, and I'd be like, yo, fam, have you heard of this? I really like it. And I'd just like keep pushing that same idea over and over again, and to see if they'll finally bite. But they always changed the subject, like every single time. And I was just like, no, I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about this. And it's just like, if I can't get Cleverbot to subscribe to my channel, how can I expect anyone else to subscribe to my channel? How can I build a brand if Cleverbot won't help promote my brand? I mean, after all, Cleverbot, like, if Cleverbot watches your channel, like, you've made it as a YouTuber. But yeah, getting mad at robots is indeed one of my favorite pastimes. Especially getting mad at Cleverbot, especially bullying Cleverbot. I think Cleverbot deserves it. Oh, that's a very good idea. I should ask Cleverbot that. I think I will. Thanks for the idea. Oh no, get this out of here. Have you seen Melody of Oblivion? Yoji Enokido sure is a crazy dude. You are missing out, fam. Gynax and JC Staff are the best collab team. Are you sure you aren't just rewatching the same 5 episodes of are you sure you aren't just rewatching the same 5 episodes of Gatekeepers? Oh, yeah, that's the premise to that one piece of media. But yeah, seriously, fam, get on Melody of Oblivion. You are totally missing out. I don't know. Does it have to do with Boca Serenade, the main protagonist of the hit anime series, The Melody of Oblivion, parentheses, Bokyaku no Senritsu in Nihongo? Wise words from a fool. Obviously, animatism. I don't know how to spell animatism. 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 I'm gonna spell it wrong, possibly. Have you read The Anime Machine by Dr. Thomas Lamar? Do you think that Chobits is the best anime then? Obviously, I'm an otaku. My name? My name is that wasn't what I said. Watch Melody of Oblivion. It is great. Did you even watch any of Enokido's other shows, dude? Double. I asked you right now, you moron. Boo, you stink. I don't feel like this anymore. Getting boring. And by it's getting boring. Anyhow, let's go. The problem with honestly, my problem with 20th Century Boys wasn't that. It was the futuristic elements. I thought they were kind of weird. It's like, come on, none of this ended up actually happening anyway. I don't think they were particularly well integrated. Oh man. No, man, keep the Hero Academia. That's how it is. 25 episodes like Berserk. Well, yeah, but the thing is, if we were to do an adaptation of 20th Century Boys that was like 25 episodes, like Berserk, only adapting a couple of arcs, the manga would be 20 centuries ahead of the anime, and arguably 21 centuries. All right, I'll stop. Ooh, no. The original Hellsing anime is, in my opinion, one of the worst things Gonzo has ever put out ever. It is atrocious. Oh man, don't talk bad about this ugly yet beautiful world, man. Shoji Seiki was on to something. And by on to something, I mean he tried to put out a message and he failed. But, you know, in the words that, who was it? Samuel Beckett once said, "Ever tried, ever failed, no matter. Try again, fail better." Have I seen thoughts on marijuana? I don't care about drugs. I don't do drugs. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I live a clean lifestyle. Anyhow, have I seen the movie Blame on Netflix? No, I have not. No, I haven't seen it. I don't know, man. It's interesting that you bring that up, Rika, because Monster had a similarly kind of weird plot point, wherein Johan just talks to a kid and then the kid is suicidal. That actually kind of made me laugh. I won't lie. The Berserk anime? Which Berserk anime? The Tell Me Why, or the CGI, the CGI? Ultimate is okay, but the Graphinica episodes are garbo. I should have probably had an incognito window, I'll be honest. But if I say incognito, then I'm going to be referencing the original Hellsing, because that was the main antagonist of OG Hellsing. It was incognito. I know, you incognito. Incognito. Nah, garbo is a great word. Don't make fun of garbo. Also, I did not watch Drifters. Drive and twist and turn and sideways. I can't take this pressure no more. I know a lot of the words to the opening though. Ajin wasn't too bad, but it wasn't particularly memorable if you ask me. I still need to watch season 2 though. But season 1 wasn't too bad. I'm going to stop sharing for a second because let's see if I can do something. Let's go incognito. All right. So now I am incognito. And it is pretty cool. I got 26 viewers. This is pretty cool. I am quite liking it. All right. Let me fix this for a second. I just lost 2 subs, but it's okay. I've done worse in my life. And I'll gain them back eventually. Should get a Twitch, but I don't play games. If I get a Twitch, then I'll have to actually play games. Okay, let's see. In fact, here's what I'll do. Let's see if I can do one of these. Let me do the Sporkle anime quiz, because I love Sporkle anime quizzes. I don't know if you guys love them, but I love them. I love doing them. Let's switch to incognito. Let's load this page. I have way too many tabs open. Oh, I actually have another incognito tab open. This is odd. Okay, let me screen share, because for some reason I can only share my entire screen and not my stupid. Let me share everything. All right. Top 100 anime based on Mal 2017. This is good. All right. So let me do this. All right. So we got your name, we got erased, we got FMA bro ho. You don't let me be lazy. Come on, let me be lazy. Oh, we have Genesis, Gillian. No. Okay. Guess it's just that polarizing. Cowboy Bebop. Your Lie in April. Death Parade. No. How about what do people like? People like Code Geass. Code Geass. Oh, okay, both of them. Clanad. ReZero. Showa Genroku Rakugo Shinju. No? That was weird. That should be on there. It's definitely in the top, right? The Tatami Galaxy, Ping Pong, Mushishi, Chihaya Furu, Space Brothers, 2011 to 2000. If we go 2016, 9.014 is that Koe no Katachi, and it's sympathetic. Oh yeah, it's weird. I haven't actually gone an entire thing and discussed Koe no Katachi and how it's the best anime ever, and that Yamada did it again because she did. It's great. No. Then it's Kyuraki. No. Gurren Lagann. Yeah, Yamada did it again. And it's very exciting because you know, as well as I do, that the Sakuga community always finds some way to be as silly as possible. And I know that they mean well. And I know, like they're just trying to bring forth, they're trying to say, these are some talented people that aren't really being recognized in the community. They do some great work. And, no one really pays attention to all these people who are animating all these fantastic cuts. But my problem with it is that, like, they say, all of these people are fantastic, but the Sakuga community always seems to find some strange way of, like, discrediting other people in the process. And such is the case with the whole Yamada did it again fiasco, as I like to call it. Because my main problem with the whole Yamada did it again is that, to add some context, basically, the Koe no Katachi anime movie came out. A lot of people liked it. A lot of people, they were like, oh, this is great, right? But what they ended up... Yeah, I already added that, dummy. What they ended up saying was essentially along the lines of, Yamada did what no one else could do. She took this mediocre source material and she made a great anime movie out of it. And, that's all well and good. However, why is it not accepting... Oh, this is stupid. Why is it not accepting that that is the show? I know, nothing else got 8.92. Anyhow, yeah, it's kind of dumb because they're essentially saying that they're essentially discrediting the mangaka entirely, to the point where I don't feel like they have any respect for the source material. Like, because there's the difference between saying, like, I wasn't too fond of the manga, but, the movie, I enjoyed it. And it's another to say, like, oh, this manga was terrible, blah, 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 blah. And it's just like, come on, chill out. Anyhow, let me read some of the stuff. Anime quizzes are fun. I enjoy it, but my problem is that my problem with these quizzes is that they usually, like, take to my problem with these quizzes that they usually don't take into consideration like how this thing is spelled, and there'll be like these random spelling mistakes. Because I've actually made a few of my own Sporcle quizzes. I think they're quite good. I think they're very good quizzes. But like, I don't know. Some people, they ain't cut out for it. But yeah, Gintama. Yeah, Gintama is the greatest anime ever made. Anyhow, JoJo Galactic Hero. Yeah, I didn't finish because yeah, I don't I think Steins Gate is all right. But Occultic 9 is indeed the best one though. All right. Yeah, Rika, I'd be interested in hearing you on a call with Aesthetic, because he's always being like, oh, you know, Higurashi is this, you know, it's too slow, there's too much downtime, and blah blah blah. Not to be reductive and say, you know, his opinions are blah blah blah. I think he's a very intelligent guy. But I'd be interested in hearing you two sort of debate it out, because he's not too fond of Ryukishi 07 as a visual novel writer, and you seem to be very fond of Ryukishi 07. So I'd be interested in sort of hearing your two opinions side by side. Non-Anituber YouTube channels. What? There's such a thing? There's non-Anituber YouTube channels? Really? I didn't think there were. Premise is nice. Chaos Head, the visual novel, I quite enjoy. Oh, but Mr. You can't do that. You can't have a point of view on a Silent Voices anime movie and not be like, Yamada did it again, folks. Oh, she's coming in with the best movie ever. I don't understand how she keeps doing it single-handedly. There were no other people that worked on this film. It was just Yamada. I mean, there were other names in the credits, but as far as I'm concerned, if Yamada wasn't there, you know, she does have a distinct style and all, but like, if she wasn't there, this movie wouldn't have existed. And it's true, like, if she wasn't there, there would have been no movie. She's a director, she plays a huge role. But I feel like ultimately, not every creative decision is like hers alone. Like, she didn't like, other people made creative decisions, and at the end of the day, she approves of them, sure, but like, that's sort of what anime is. It's a collaborative effort, and I feel like, you know, Sakuga people, they're the first ones to say animation is a collaborative effort and acknowledge that, but they're also the other ones in the room who are the first to say Yamada did it again. It was all her, man. And it's just like, like, I'm not trying to say Yamada's a bad director, but like, chill. Yeah, no, aesthetics a good guy. Whoa, Light, you're still awake? You done playing Dead by Daylight? What is my opinion on Getter Robo? I don't know anything about Getter Robo. I'll be honest. I don't really know much about Go Nagai in general. But I don't know, like, I feel like a lot of older stuff, there's still a lot that I don't know about. Oh, man, you're dead. You're Dead by Daylight, of all things. Dead by Daylight? That can't be possible. Anyhow, this stream has been quite a mess, as I've been like going back and forth, and I'm like, I'm gonna do this. Though, let's see if I can do something that I can answer like really, really inhumanly quickly. Actually, let's name every anime that came out this spring. All right, Let's go. Let's go. Arrow Manga Sensei. Let's go. Gin no Guardian. All right, let's go. Grand Blue, not Gan Blue. It's Grand Blue Fantasy, yo. Let's go. Hero Academia. Hero Academia. We got Attack on Titan Season 2. We got Tsukigakure. We have Zero. Grimoire. Oh, my battery's running low. I did not know I was running on battery. This is a bad idea. Battery is a terrible show. Hold on. It's no wonder my screen share wasn't working. I was running on my battery the entire time. All right. Now it should be not running on my battery. That is very good. I should have made sure that it wasn't before I actually started the stream, but no risk, no reward. Okay, so where was I? Okay. Akashic Records. Boruto. Twin Angel. Yeah, that's what it's called. There's Recreators, Sakurada Reset, Sugu Momo, Alice and Zodoku. What else came out this season? I'm not looking at the chat, so don't spoil don't spoil it for me, please. I need to know. I need to know what came out. And we ain't doing carryovers, and I don't think the shorts count either. No. Laughing Salesman, New Kato, the right answer. Anonymous Noise, Eccentric Family, Bahamut. What else came out? Suka. Buzo Shoujo, yeah, that thing. Clockwork Planets. I gotta say, I didn't expect to remember this many shows because I didn't end up actually watching most of them. Sakura Quest. What other studios we got? Actually, I'm spoiling myself. No, Battery was bad. Battery was very bad. Like, come on, when you know you have something on Sakuga Boru that's like the Sakuga and the Sakuga of Battery is just the guy kicking dirt. In fact, you know what? I gotta show you guys the Sakuga Battery. It's Battery Sakuga is just like, come on. This is Sakuga. This is just real Sakuga. Come on. We got more. We got more of the greatness that is the Battery Sakuga. Come on, he's clenching his fist. It gets to me every time too. Look at this guy. He's gritting his teeth. Oh yeah. Real Sakuga. Real character acting. The grip, it's slipping away. But yeah, Battery is brilliant. The problem with these quizzes is that after a while, I kind of lose most of my dedication to playing them. Like, I'm sure there's going to be some really obvious shows I'm going to end up missing. Because, ultimately, I'm kind of just playing it. And thinking, oh, you know, this is what comes to mind. Yeah, that was cool. Anyhow. Is 1 ounce any good? 1 ounce is quite good. It's very, like, you know, people always say, sports anime, they ain't about the sports. They're about the characters. You're trying to go, you know, you're trying to, you know, see the characters, you know, and how, you know, and their conflict, their sports narrative, you know. In the case of One Outs, though, I'll be honest, I don't really think the characters in One Outs are really all that interesting. It's all about kind of the strategies they utilize and the sport, really. I mean, Toa Tokuchi, he's a fun character, but like most of the characters in the show, not really that interesting. But I love singing the theme song. Wanted something I can't take. I'll be stronger once again. Anyhow, glad that they're done with your grave, White. Let's see how many people left. Oh, 24. We're actually still doing decently. Which is pretty good. Yeah, this is probably true. Diamond No Ace. I don't know anything about Diamond No Ace other than that's the show that top listers randomly clinged on to for some reason. I don't know who started it, but it happened for a while. I don't even know if that's still a thing that top listers like to have on their lists. Yeah, Utapon cubes. But anyhow, I'm probably gonna call it a day in like the next 10 minutes, I want to say, because I'm starting, like, it was a long day for me and I'm starting to lose energy. And there's only so many subscribers I can lose. Sorry, by the way, that I didn't get to end up inviting any guests. For some reason, I always take a very modest approach with my live streams. Wherein I tend to not like asking people if the like, yo fam, when you coming on to my stream? I tend to not do that. And it usually comes from a place of like modesty, you know? Just stream until you get back up to 2,638. Oh, that's gonna take forever, man. You don't understand that my subscriber count grows at a very slow rate because my upload rate is very slow. I only put out like a video a month because I'm running out of ideas. And by the way, I can explain that. Can explain my laziness when it comes to video making. But wait, oh yeah. Live counts. That's what I wanted to go to. Hey, Alphamada TV. You know what? Should go to Alphamada TV. Let's see what Alphamada TV. Alphamada TV. Let's see what they're up to, eh? Hey, what a dude. What a dude. Look at that guy. Look at that guy right there. What a champ. But yeah, no, I'm gonna be at 2,636 for a while, presumably, because usually what happens is I get like 1 or 2 subs a day, and then I upload a video, and then I get like 6 or 7 for like 3 days, and then I go back to like 1 or 2, which is fine by me. It's whatever. I haven't been taking it seriously, so I can't blame my count for being the way it is. If I ever decide to get serious again about what I'm doing, not to say that I don't take my content seriously when I make it, but rather, like, I'm doing this right now just as a hobby, just as fun. But if I ever really get serious again about, like, uploading and, like, having a serious uploading schedule again, then I think then I would be concerned about my growth right now, but right now I'm not. Anyhow, the name of the guy that did not like Higurashi, that was and I feel bad for throwing the guy under the bus, but he always mentions, you know, how he likes to you know, discuss stuff with people, and he's outright said many times that he would like to invite certain people into the he's on the negotiation server. Aesthetic dialectic. Yeah, he's on the negotiation server. And he's a cool guy. I think he's really good. 637. That's cool. We need to do subscribers for charity. Be like, you know, yeah, the negotiation server is my server, my Discord server. It's very good. I like it. I like my server. It was in a worse state for a while. Now I'm pretty satisfied with where it is. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Judgment of the Rain. I rather appreciate it. I'm rather appreciative. But yeah, we got like 5 more minutes in the server, then we're gonna be wrapping up. Hope y'all have had a decent time here. Hope I didn't expose myself too much. But if I did, you know, I'm just being straight with my audience. I'm just being transparent. Just being real. How is this possible? How did I get so far into the subscriber game? Well, thank you all for coming on. This has been a fantastic day. I've really learned a lot, even though this day has technically started since it's 12:15 right now. 12:16 if you're adhering to one of my clocks. My computer one says 12:15. My alarm has 12:16. But yeah, I hope y'all's had fun. It was a bit of a mess, as I've said, but like I I just wanted to like switch things up and just try to do something a little different from what I usually do, because I feel like you know, you do the same thing over and over again, it gets a bit too stale. So, you know, try something new, try something different. And yeah, Misty Chronexia, watch out. There's gonna be a certain fool that might be bugging you at Anime Expo for episode 2. And guess what? You can't call security on this fool because he also is on the same, well, not on the same level, but I mean, Misty Chronexia is a digital influencer. But yeah, the Roger anime would come never. In fact, the only acceptable Roger anime would be the Big O, because that actually has Roger Smith in it. That would be the only acceptable Roger anime. I should watch. I should work at Watch Mojo. I think I'd have a fun time talking about stuff I've never seen before. And doing research for stuff that I probably should already know. But yeah, I'm excited for Chronexia and the 8 Seals episode 2. I'm looking forward to see how the crew did. Apparently, I've heard from some anonymous sources that it isn't too good. But surprise, surprise. The Misty Chronexia anime episode 2 isn't good? What? But we'll see, and hopefully when it does come out, I will do my inevitable follow-up video on it, because I talked about the first one. Why not talk about the second one? Yeah, they're still working on episode 2. It's still gonna come out. Well, you know, yeah, you can't have standards, man. You got to be prolific. Prolific over perfect, as they say. But I have not much interest in either of those things. Anyhow, this was a fun stream. I hope you all had fun too. That being said, Misty Chronexia, get that gosh darn anime out. I'm losing my patience. There's only so much I can handle of this downtime. And yeah, I hope y'all have fun. If you want any final words before I stop sharing, please do so now. No. No, you know I just reference anime YouTube titles. Like people, I hope people understand that when I say like anime YouTube, like when I say stuff like you know, the music is funny too, guys. When I'm referencing like RC Anime's video or whatever, I reference my own videos in that regard too. So it's not like I'm specifically calling people out. I make fun of everyone's video titles, including my own. Anyhow, later, y'alls. Thanks for the birthday wishes. Thanks for the extra subscriber. And thanks for joining me. I'll catch you later. Whoa, this is insane. Let me stop this. Later.